Hi, my name is Greg Shaw. I know that we're short on time, so I think we'll just get right into it. I'm going to teach you guys something about psychology. I have a passion for psychology as well as technology. People think that to get to know someone, you have to talk to them for quite a long time, weeks, months, even years. There's actually a trick, though, that psychologists know that can tell about someone's characteristics by meeting them just by them writing down something. Something like John loves cars will even suffice. Now, certain handwriting styles have certain characteristics to them, and I'm going to tell you what those are. If you write neat, very tidy, it's legible, you're probably someone who's a little bit more reliable, and you're also someone who communicates well with others. On the other hand, though, if your handwriting is sloppy, hard to read, you're probably going to be someone who's a little bit more secretive, let's say. Also, if you write in big letters, you're trying to draw attention to yourself. If your handwriting style is like that, you're going to be someone who wants to be noticed by others. You crave attention. Though someone who writes in small letters, though, with great detail, they're more the shy ones, but shy ones always have something up their sleeve. You are good at detail. So also, people tend to actually sometimes slope their writing. You may not notice it right now, but if you look at how you write, you either slope usually sometimes to the left or to the right. If you happen to slope to the left, you're someone who keeps your feelings more close to yourself. You're more enclosed. You're not really too out there. But if you happen to slope your handwriting to the right, you're someone who's a little bit more honest, more trustworthy, and you're more open to new things. Also, it has to do with spacing in letters. If your letters are spaced kind of far apart, you're someone who's going to be a little more cautious. You're going to be a little bit more aware and alert. You're not going to have your defenses down. There's not really something that keeps your defenses up, but there's a way where if you have your letters spaced pretty close together, or they're tightly worded, and you have some letters that are lengthy and long, they look more artistic, you're probably more on the creative and artistic side. That's how your writing style is. There's another form where if someone writes not straight, they write more bubbly, more rounded. Usually that person is someone who is logical. They like to get things right on the first try, and they usually do because they take the logical side and they think about it. But if you write and your letters are sharp, they're pointy, you're someone who's more quick-minded. You're someone who perceives things more differently than most people do, which is sometimes a good thing. I'll admit my handwriting is on the sloppy side. The funny thing is I'm not that secretive. I'm actually very open. So this handwriting trick, or this thing that people use, it's not always 100% accurate. It can tell a lot about people's characteristics, or it can point you in the exactly wrong direction. That's why when I talk to people, I usually look more at their facial expressions as when I talk to them to see what triggers them and what triggers they don't like or what they do like. But this can be used. It can at least tell you at least one person's characteristic by their handwriting. So that's why I want to teach you guys. Now I think it's time to tell you a little bit about myself. I think going from past, present to future is a great way to explain more about myself. During the past, I was seen as a very analytical kid. I looked through things differently. I saw things, different perceptions. I looked at them in a different angle. My teachers saw this. They said I had a very analytical mind. I was very gifted with looking at things through different viewpoints, if you will. Presently, I use technology a lot. People ask me, what's one thing you can't live without? I have to say my phone. My phone can do everything my laptop can do. I am on it constantly if I'm not at work, or if I'm not at school, or if I am just sitting on the couch watching TV. My phone will be right next to me. I'll have it on pretty much usually sound, so I can hear it if it goes off. And future-wise, what I want is I want a career that's going to land me somewhere I like. I love technology. I love psychology. I love helping people either in one way or another. Doing technology to help people with tech is something I used to do. I still love doing that. So learning about technology, widening my variety and knowledge of it, I'd love. Also, if I was going to do psychology, talking to people, helping them with their problems is something I like to do. I'm very hardworking. I like to get into my job. I like to get into what I'm doing. That way I can show I actually have a connection and I have a natural passion for it. I want them to see that I have this passion for it. So the reason I'm sending in this application is because I want you guys to see I have a passion for learning more about technology. I want to be able to use that and have that as a skill set. And as my grandfather said, it's good to know a little bit about everything, and it's good to be able to do a little bit of everything. Even if I don't learn a lot, but I learn at least something out of this, I think that's going to be good for my skill assets. So I hope you guys had fun learning, and I hope that you guys will strongly consider my application.